welcome back to another video. Hope everyone is doing well. And today, well, you're at my storage unit. So long story short, I'm not doing the manual stuff just yet. I had a little bit of an issue. So right here, you can see there's no belts. So let me go ahead and walk around real quick and give you the dilemma. If I can find the, there it is. So right here, if you have a 2JZ and know what this is, you know I was in a bit of a sticky situation. So what this is my crank pulley from my harmonic balancer. Let me go grab a flashlight. So if you can see, like right down there, the crank pulley fell right off the harmonic balancer. So yeah, it's a common issue with the 2JZs. If you have like a high mileage 2JZ, it's very recommended that you change the harmonic balancers because those things will go out. So I didn't record the sound that it makes so I can give you like a better example, but from what I could like word off of, the sound that it makes, it sounds kind of like your serpentine belt is going out, especially if you turn on your AC. It would make like a loud squealing noise, or on like hard turns you'll make a loud squealing noise. So yeah, so right now I do have the replacement part. I went with a fluid damper. If you know, you know, them things are not cheap. But yeah, I was either going to get that or a ATI damper, from which I was told from one of my a couple of fast IS300 owners. I don't know. They were like, just go with a fluid damper. So this is the part, the fluid damper. As you can see, it has like the 3 bolts. With the ATI, it has like, I think 10 bolts or something that you need to undo and put in. I don't know. I'll throw up a picture of the ATI damper. It's well quality too. This is also well quality. This should be able to hold up enough power, but you know, this is a stock 2J, so it doesn't really need it. But I mean, hey, this could potentially, if I ever do turbo it, this could hold like some good power. By the way, I went to Walmart. It has some pretty good finds. Had a little 66 Impala, and that has the little rubber wheels. I don't know if that's rare or not. Got a R32 GTR, and got a little FD boy right here. Got the HKS livery on the side and everything. But yeah, good little Walmart finds. You know, I might sell this one. I'm trying to get the Alteza Hot Wheel because I'm mad that I missed out on it. So I'm trying to get back into collecting Hot Wheels and everything. So I'm mad I missed out on the Soar and the Alteza Hot Wheel. So if you have that, let me know. DM my Instagram at Cali_guys. Let me know. Let me know if you want to trade or throw me a price because I want that car. But anyway, yeah, let's go ahead and get to taking out this radiator. I know I gotta take out the fan shroud. The serpentine belt is already off, so I don't have to worry about that. And yeah, let's go ahead and get this car up on jacks. I'm gonna set you guys down. Let's get to it. All right, so now that I got the car jacked up, I'm gonna go ahead and unbolt the splash guard, and then I'm going to unplug the connectors for the fan shroud and the other stuff. And then I'll start at the top from here and then unplug all of these, and then I'll remove the fan shroud and the bolts from up here as well. All right, so here comes the fun part. Let me go ahead and crack the radiator cap open so I can let the radiator drain easily. Come on. There we go. Put you somewhere safe. All right. And since this car is the automatic, you're gonna have, let me go ahead and grab the flashlight. You're gonna have these right here, which are your transmission coolant lines. So what I was told is you'll want to, instead of like popping the whole flare off, you want to just undo these hose clamps and pull the hose off and let it drain after you're draining your coolant hole, your coolant from here. And then also you'll want to unplug your fans. I'm assuming this is the sensor for your fans for them to cut on, and this is another transmission coolant line. Yeah, there's like 2 of them, man. All right, gonna let the radiator drain. Hopefully I don't get any on my hand. I probably will. Let's see. All right, while I'm letting the radiator drain, I'm gonna go ahead and unbolt the rest of the stuff at the top, remove the mounts, and remove this, I forget what this is called, and then unplug these, and yeah, take this radiator out.
All right, so I pretty much unbolted everything from the top, from the mounts to this, to you gotta take off the clamp for the back end of this, since I'm gonna keep it off to make it easier. And then this little angle tube that goes to the ECU box. It's, yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start on the underside and then take out the radiator, since I have all the well, majority of the fluid out.
All right, so now that I took the fan shroud out, you can see how much room that I have in here now. So what you want to do next is, I'm gonna leave a link in the description for this, but this is like a harmonic balancer holder, and you will ideally want to put that right here. There should be, like, I don't know if you guys can see, there are 2 holes right there and right there,
And you will want to put this on top of here, and then you will want to slide these 2 bolts through here, and those 2 holes that I showed you earlier, you want to do that. You want to get yourself a breaker bar, get a 22 millimeter, put that on the nut, and then grab another breaker bar and put it at the end of this. So now that I have the puller holder on, you will want to put a 22 millimeter bolt on the crank, and you want to have another breaker bar at the bottom right down there, and then you'll want to loosen it, and I should have the bolt come off. Let's see how this goes. All right, so I got it cracked a little bit, so I'm gonna go ahead and set you guys up and see if I can finish the rest. But this thing was kind of a pain to get off. I would advise you guys to get like a really long breaker bar and rest it on the frame rail or anywhere on the car that's like a little bit sturdy. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and set you guys up real quick and take this bolt off. Ooh. All right, that's all.
and that's how you do it. Let me go ahead and get
Get it off my hand.
And there she is. The thing that caused us suffering, us 2 JZ owners suffering. 1 harmonic balancer bolt for the win.
All right, so now that I got the bolt off, you want to get yourself a harmonic balancer puller and put the 2 bolts in the 2 holes, and then you want to get the longer bolt and put it in the middle, and then it's just slowly pull out the whole harmonic balancer. All right, y'all, so the harmonic balancer is about to come off, so all I gotta do is just pull it off. So basically what I did was, I had the puller, I had it threaded through this piece right in there in the middle, and then I had these 2 golden bolts and those 2 holes right there and right down there. And then you want to add like this little pointy piece at the tip of this this piece that turns. And then once you're done putting this on, and keep turning it while it's still in the harmonic balancer, what you want to do is you want to turn it to the right until the 2 bolts are at the end of this piece, like that, kind of like that, but it'll be at the end. So yeah, that's basically what you want to do. And then you will just keep turning the black knob all the way to the right until your harmonic balancer pushes out, because you can see right there's a gap. So all I gotta do is literally just pull it out. That should be it. And there it is, out with the old harmonic balancer. Yeah, that thing was done. So now I can put in the fluid damper. All right, so when you're putting back on your harmonic balancer, you want to align that little groove right there onto this as perfect as you can, and then you'll want to snug it up and then tighten this bolt around the harmonic balancer, and then it should be done. All right, so now that I got the harmonic balancer on there as snug as possible, when I want to torque it, I'm going to use the belt method. So I'm going to route the belt from what I've seen on the alternator, underneath the water pump, on the crank pulley itself, and I forgot where else. But I'll show you guys how to route it. Okay, so what I initially wrapped the belt around was around the alternator, underneath the water pump, wrapped around the belt tensioner, went down and underneath the crank pulley, and then wrapped looped this piece underneath the crank pulley, and then went around the AC, and then went back and put the belt underneath the crank pulley, and that's how you have this loop like that. And now I should be able to torque the bolt down. And then once you want to have your torque wrench out, you want to have it at 239 foot-pounds of torque, at least with the fluid damper. It might be a little bit different for the OEM harmonic balancer, but with the fluid damper on the website, it said 239 for the 2JZs. All right, so now that it's nice and torqued down, I can finally start assembling back the belt and the radiator. All right, and just like that, the belt is routed on. Now this is the diagram that I went with. I routed the belt around the alternator, over the water pump, around the power steering, under the AC, and then when I got to the crank pulley, I went under, and then you want to get like a 14mm bolt and pull this to the right so you can loosen the tensioner, and then wrap the belt around the belt tensioner, and then back under the alternator, and then it should be tight. Now to get the radiator and the fan shroud back in. All right, so once you get your fan shroud back in, you want to obviously put the tubes back in. Make sure, if you got automatic, make sure you put your automatic trans hoses back in. Put that one in too, your other coolant hose. And then don't forget to connect your fan as well, because your car will overheat. Make sure that's also tight as well.
All right, so now that we got the Lexus on the ground, I'm gonna go ahead and fill her up with coolant.
I'm gonna be using 50/50, and this is the funnel I'm gonna be using. I will leave a link in the description.
And this is the cap that I went with.
The blue one, the small cap right there. I haven't started in a minute, so I hope it does start. All right, so I'm just gonna let all the air bubbles go down. All right, and just like that, the coolant is bled, got all the air bubbles out the system, and then the fans had came on, so that's a good sign. And then the temperature gauge was right in the middle, so that's where you want to have it. But if you guys stuck to the end of the video, I appreciate you guys for watching. Drop a like on the video, subscribe for more, and until next time, I'll catch you guys later.